buddy Brad Nessler along with my partners Kirk Herbstreit and Lee Corso. And there's a little chill in the air for today's game between the Virginia Tech Hokies and the Virginia Cavaliers. We're thrilled you could join us today for the battle for the Commonwealth Cup. And here come the Cavaliers. The Cavaliers come into this game expecting a win. I tend to agree with that. How about you, Herbie?
Virginia is led offensively by their quarterback, and he's the #1 reason why I'm picking them to win this game. I look for him to spread this defense out and attack them from every direction. Big game today by the quarterback.
Oh, Kirk. There's a chance I might even agree with you on this one.
Mark it down. Virginia will win this game.
Virginia Tech is ready to open this one up as they line up for the opening kick. And they'll be returning this one. Johnson fields it at the 2. Nothing much on the return there.
Not much is right. That coverage was all over him.
Today we get to watch a very talented quarterback direct the offense. The head coach mentioned earlier in the week how important it is for him to have a good game.
There's no doubt about it. He needs to play well today, but it's not going to be easy. He's going up against a very good set of corners.
You can have the corners, Kirk. I'll take this quarterback in this matchup any day of the week. He's a proven leader, and he won't let his team down.
They come out with 3 wide receivers. Inside handoff. He's gobbled up in the backfield. The defense comes up with a good play to pull him down for a loss.
A nice call by the defensive coordinator. It's like he's in their huddle sometimes.
It's 3rd down and 11 to go. Ball on the 16. The Cavaliers have 5 receivers on this play. It's a bad snap. Steps up, throws it to the outside. Got it. And he's tackled. What an amazing catch. First down.
Boy, Brad, you said it. That is a big-time play there. Spectacular catch and great body control there on the long pass reception.
First and 10. Ball on the 43-yard line. The Cavs go with the I formation. They get it out there on the toss. And now he's going to throw it. And he's shoved out of bounds.
You got to be careful when you're calling a trick play like this because it's usually a huge gain or a turnover. They were lucky it was only incomplete.
It's 2nd down and 10 to go. And this is the 5th play of the current drive. Virginia lines up with 3 receivers. He drops back. He's looking. He'll dump this one off. Incomplete pass. He was looking for his running back, but the pass just sailed on him. The defense will try to stop this 3rd down as they were unsuccessful the first time on this drive. Virginia comes out with an I formation. Back to pass. He steps up, and they get the sack. I don't think the quarterback ever saw it.
Heck, I didn't even see him. He was in there before anybody could say, "Look out!"
The Cavs line up to punt.
Number 20, back to return.
Punts the ball away. And this one's going to go out of bounds at the 40. Well, the offense will come out and see if they can't get an early lead on their first drive. They'll start this drive at the 44-yard line. They come out with 3 wide receivers. Drops back to pass. Looks. Wants to go long and does. It falls incomplete, and he overthrew his wide receiver.
I don't know too many 7-foot guys playing football, so maybe he should aim lower the next time.
So it's 2nd and 10. Ball on their own 44. The Hokies line up in an I formation. Nice play fake. He tosses it short. Brooks brings him down. Couldn't get anything out of that.
On the play.
3rd and 10. Ball on the 44-yard line. Three wideouts here. He drops back, steps up in the pocket, looking, airing it out long. Incomplete. Well, the defense stood tall there.
Well, the defense did what they had to do to get 3 and out and now get the offense back on the field.
The Hokies are lining up to punt it away. They get this one off, and it's a beauty. And now a slight break in the action as the offense comes out onto the field for their next possession. They'll take over at the 6-yard line. Ace backfield. Lets it go. And they make the stop, and the completion nets them very little yardage. Coach, what's up with that play?
I'll tell you, those defenders crashed in and got him in a hurry. No chance to get anything there.
2nd and 7 coming up here. Ball on their own 9. The Cavaliers go with the I formation. On the ground with the tailback. Lewis with a takedown. A couple, maybe 3 yards on that run. It's 3rd down and 4 to go. Ball on the 12-yard line. Virginia lines up in a goal line set. They'll run the option. Big opening. At the point. He's knocked out of bounds.
That was downright a slap in the face of this defense.
Now, this is an embarrassment to these guys to give up a big play like that when they almost have.
First and 10. Ball on their own 46.
6-yard line.
They come out with 3 wide receivers. The option left, and he's stopped behind the line. He got nothing on that play.
The defense is really digging in now, you guys.
It's 2nd down, 15 to go. This is the 5th play of this drive. One-man backfield. Little handoff. He broke his ankles. They'll bring him down, and that one goes for a big, big first down.
You know, every time you run the ball successfully like that, that defense starts to creep up a little bit. That's when you go to the air, my friend. Over the top.
First and 10. Ball on the 44. And they'll run him again. A little juke. Powell brings him down. Almost eked out a yard on that one.
1-yard gain on the play.
Second and 9 coming up here. And this is the 7th play of the current drive. The Cavs set up in the gun. Steps up. He's looking. He's going left. Oh, he had the pick and he dropped it. That could have been a big play for the defense.
Yeah, even though he had a good shot at picking it off, it's still a heck of a play to force the incomplete pass.
3rd and 9.
So another 3rd down upcoming for the offense. Number 18 lines up with 5 wide out. Wants to throw outside. Batted ball. The defender could only get a hand on it.
A hand on it? If this kid wants to be a big-time playmaker, he better start getting 2 hands on it.
Yeah, Lee, that ball should have been picked off there.
Virginia ready to punt this one away. He punts this one high in the air. And it's out of bounds at the 13-yard line. So before the offense hits the field, let's take the time to let you know that our game is brought to you by EA Sports. They'll set up shop at the 16-yard line. They come out in a nickel. Juke move. Carter brings him down for a loss. Boy, he is one big guy down there on that defensive line.
Oh, man, the big fella's a hoss. I saw him last night at the hotel, and he had 3 bags of food going up to his room.
Yo, it looks like he's got a big old bag hanging over his belt right now.
Virginia Tech comes out with 2 tight ends. Pitch is right. Has some daylight. He's all the way down to the 40. And that was an outstanding run by that young man.
Brad, you're exactly right. The ball carrier was able to break through the secondary without much resistance at all.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on their own 40. Ace backfield. They'll run the option. Laterals back. And he's taken down. Picked up big yards there, and he's going to have a 1st down.
Yeah, nice job there. This guy does a good job at reading his blocks and accelerating through the holes.
First and 10. Ball on the 43. The Hokies come out in the ace formation. Gets the ball. No, they faked it. Throws it to the outside. Batted ball. And the corner got in there and broke that one up. It's 2nd down and 10 to go. And this is the 5th play of the current drive. They come out with 3 wide receivers. And the snap goes to the back. Brooks with a takedown. He's not your ordinary fullback. This guy can move.
You bet he can. I like this kid. He's a heck of a football player. They need to get him some more carries.
1st and 10. This is the 6th play of this drive. They're lining up in the 5-2. There's a play fake. He's going left. And he brings it down.
I like the defense that was called. They just didn't make the play on the ball.
You're right. It wasn't necessarily bad defense. The offense just executed, and the result was a 1st down.
On the 11 going in. Virginia Tech goes with the ace set here. Across the middle. Makes a catch in the end zone. Touchdown. The quarterback mixed things up a bit and found the big guy for the score.
This kid has worked very, very hard at his receiving skills, and I've seen a lot of improvement in him.
And he hits the PAT. This drive summary is brought to you from our good friends at Pontiac. Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. Kicks it off. Williams fields it in the end zone. And now a slight break in the action as the offense comes out onto the field for their next possession. They'll go to work at the 20-yard line.
At the 20-yard line. First and 10.
Virginia comes to the line, only one man in the backfield. They'll throw on first down. Looks, rolling out to the right side. It's intercepted. He's got some blockers. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. Boy, the defense put the pressure on him and forced the bad throw.
And you got that one right. Anytime a young kid sees one of those big guys looking to knock his head off, his brain is telling him one thing: just throw it.
Well, he did, Lee. He did throw it, but he's got to throw it away, not to the other team.
And he tacks on the extra point. With just over a minute to go in the first quarter, the score is Virginia Tech 14, Virginia nothing. Virginia Tech to kick. Nice kick, plenty of distance. Williams fields it in the end zone. And now we'll see the offense come out onto the field for their next possession. They'll get the ball here at the 20-yard line.
20-yard line.
Virginia goes with the ace set here. He passes it, and they hit him in the backfield. Loss of 2.
Loss of 2 on the play.
Second and 12 coming up here. Ball on the 18.
18-yard line.
They line up in the shotgun. Back to pass. Throws in a hurry. The true freshman has it. A decent pickup that time.
And see, guys, that's when this offense is at their best. If they can connect on these intermediate patterns, they'll allow them to be a lot more creative on offense.
Third and 4. Ball on the 26. Virginia comes to the line, only one man in the backfield. Here's the option left. Here's an opening. And they make the stop. They go with the option and pick up the first down.
And that was just good instincts. You have to know when to pitch it or when to keep it.
Yeah, and in that situation, the quarterback knew he could pick up the first, so he kept it himself. Very good decision.
It's first and 10. Ball on the 43-yard line. They come out with a big set. Gets the ball. No, they faked it. He's going to take off. He breaks free. They'll bring him down. And that one's going to drive the defensive coordinator absolutely crazy.
This kid is so dangerous. Brad, you're exactly right. The defense has to be sitting there asking themselves, how are we going to stop this guy?
Kurt, stop this guy. How about slowing him down first?
First and 10. This is the fifth play of this drive. He drops back. Throws this one out to the left. He sailed that one high.
That's not a bad incompletion because he saw the blitz coming and just got rid of the ball to avoid losing yardage.
So it's second and 10. And this is the sixth play of the drive. Number 18 has 5 receivers lined up here. He gets rid of it. He brings it down. Touchdown. The wideout made a great catch for the score.
Actually, I'm even more impressed with the throw. He hung in there and delivered a beautiful ball.
and he hits the PAT. So here's the Pontiac drive summary to recap what just happened. Virginia is ready to kick it away. Royal and number 20 back to return. Kicks it off. Royal fields it in the end zone.
Let's watch this defense and how aggressive they are. They were able to get a pick the last time, and they're like a wild animal. When they smell blood, they go in for the kill.
Take it easy, Coach. You get excited.
Hey, that's right, sweetheart. I'm always excited.
The Hokies line up in an I formation. They're going to pitch it. Franklin brings him down. They keep it on the ground, and the halfback gets about 7 yards.
On the play.
It's second down and 3 to go. Ball on their own 22. The Hokies come out in the ace formation. Here's the option. He fakes a pitch. Hamilton with a takedown. This is so difficult to defend.
Well, this is a perfect illustration of how to run the option, and it was perfect enough to get the first right there.
First and 10. Ball on their own 27.
7-yard line.
Virginia Tech goes with the ace set here. They're going to pitch it. Brown brings him down for a loss. Excellent play by the defense that time as they swallowed him up before he got back to the line.
It's more like they devoured him. He had no shot of breaking clean.
It's second down and 11 to go. Ball on their own 26. The Hokies come out in a shotgun. Back to pass. He tosses it short. And now he's got his back with some room. He caught it, but the reward was minimal.
I don't know, Brad. I don't know what the quarterback saw, but hey, at least it wasn't a sack or an interception.
Third and 9, and this is the 5th play of the current drive. 2 tight ends here. Drops back to pass. He steps up, looking. He's going right. And got it complete. And he's taken down.
That's how you convert third down, sweetheart.
That was a good-looking play, wasn't it, Coach?
Oh, yeah, this offensive coordinator must have seen something in the defense he really liked.
It's first and 10. Ball on the 48. The Hokies come out showing 3 wide. Vick running the option. He's gobbled up in the backfield. The quarterback tried to do a little too much by himself.
Hey, maybe next time he'll get it out to the back so he can do something with it.
Second and 11 coming up, and this is the 7th play of the current drive. The Hokies go with the I formation. Vick on the option right. They'll wrestle him down in the backfield. Nowhere to go there on the quarterback keeper. So another third down upcoming for the offense. Virginia Tech lines up with 3 receivers. He drops back, steps up in the pocket. He rolls out to the right. Long ball, right side. To the 10. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. The wide receiver flew down the field on that touchdown connection.
Well, he has the speed to stretch the defense, and his hands are getting better every single game.
And he tacks on the extra point. Let's take a glance now at the Pontiac drive summary. Pace looks ready to kick this one off. He hits a booming kick. Williams fields it in the end zone. That last drive resulted in a touchdown. They did a great job moving the ball on the ground. Let's see what they can do here. First and 10. Ball on the 18.
18-yard line.
The Cavs come out in a two tight end set. Little handoff. He jukes it. There's a missed tackle. And down he goes. The running back picks up a yard on the counter.
Gain on the play.
Second and 9 coming up here. Ball on their own 19.
19-yard line.
The Cavaliers line up with two tight ends. Back to pass. He's looking for his man, and they couldn't hook up on that one.
Pass. Anderson, the intended receiver, on the play.
It's third down and 9 to go. Ball on the 19.
19-yard line.
Virginia comes out with 5 receivers. High snap as he works from the gun. And here's a quick throw. And it falls incomplete. That brings up a punting situation.
I'll tell you what, this defense did a heck of a job that time to hold them to 3 and out.
4th and 9. Ball on the 19-yard line.
They line up to punt this one away. Gould gets it off. Number 20 takes it at the 47. Thanks to some nice passing on the last drive, the offense was able to take it down the field for 6.
And great play calling to help make that an easy drive. The question is, can they do it again?
The Hokies come out in a two tight end set. Pitch is right. And he's going to lose yards on this one. A loss on that one as he couldn't get past those big linemen.
You got that right. They sacrificed their bodies in there and stuffed it.
It's second down, 15 to go. Ball on the 43-yard line. The Hokies line up in an I formation. They go with a toss. Hamilton brings him down. Pickup of a yard for the tailback.
On the play.
Third and 14 coming up here. Ball on their own 44. 6 DBs in the lineup. Drops back to pass. Throws this one out to the left. And this one's going to get intercepted. And credit the safety with that last interception.
He knew exactly where the quarterback was going with the football. It's not always about athletic ability. You've got to be a smart player and know what's going on out there.
And that comes from breaking down film of the opposing offense and paying attention all week in practice. This safety was ready for today's game.
They'll take over at the 29.
On the 29-yard line.
The Cavaliers go with the I formation. Pitch is right. He's going right. What a pick! And that was their second interception of the game.
Return for a gain of 1 yard.
They're on the right side of the 50 as they start this drive. They come out with a big set. Setting up the play action. Wants to throw outside. Complete. Hamilton with a takedown.
Way to look it in. Nice catch.
Sure was. He displayed some great hands there. Now we're looking at a first down.
And we take a quick look at the stats from within the red zone, brought to you by Old Spice Red Zone, when performance matters the most. They line up in a double tight set. Tries to juke. Brooks brings him down. Just a minute, folks. There's a penalty on that play.
Personal foul.
Face mask on the defense. Automatic. First down.
He took him down using his face mask, and that'll be a 15-yarder.
You betcha. And that's the worst way to bring a man down. March it off, refs.
Virginia Tech will line up in a jumbo set here. Allen on the run, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown. Nice run by the fullback to put 6 on the board.
You give this kid a chance, he can get it done. That was a nice-looking run.
And he hits the PAT. And now let's take a look at the drive summary brought to you by Pontiac. Looks like they're ready for the kick. Kicks it off. Williams fields it in the end zone. Not a whole lot of success their last time out.
Not at all. This offense has to do a better job of staying on the field and giving their defense a chance to catch their breath.
They'll set up shop at the 20-yard line.
First and 10.
From the gun. He drops back, steps up, he's looking, across the middle, and it's incomplete.
Drop pass. That'll drive the coach crazy. That'll drive the quarterback crazy. And that'll drive the fans crazy.
Well, I'm sure he'll get an earful when he gets to the sideline.
You bet he will.
It's second down and 10 to go. Ball on the 20-yard line. The Cavaliers come out in the ace formation. He jukes. Tackle. A nice job by the offensive line, and they pick up a gain of 8.
On the play.
Third and 2. Ball on the 28.
On the 28-yard line.
The Cavs line up in a goal line formation. Nice play fake. Looks. Throws this one out to the right. So they go 3 and out after that incompletion.
Fourth and 2. Ball on the 28-yard line.
Virginia lining up the punt.
Number 20. Back to
Gould gets it off. Number 20 takes it at the 32. They're ready to start another drive, hoping to duplicate the results of the last one, which ended in a touchdown. They'll go to work at the 40-yard line.
Start the drive at the 40-yard line. First and 10.
The Hokies come out showing 3 wide. Looking. He's looking deep down the left side. Incomplete.
Number 19, the intended receiver on the play.
Second and 10. Ball on the 40.
40-yard line.
High formation here. Drops back to pass. He's looking. Hit as he throws.
Excellent job of getting a hand in there to break up the pass.
It was, Coach. That one had reception written all over it, but the defender stepped up and made the play.
It's third down and 10. Ball on the 40-yard line. This defense better be careful. The quarterback is in the zone and really feeling it out there. Couldn't haul it in. Well, that was an impressive stand by the defense.
3 good defensive plays equals punt. Nice job, guys.
They line up to punt this one away. They get this one off, and it's a beauty. Williams takes it to 15. And now we'll see the offense come out onto the field for their next possession. They'll start this drive at the 16-yard line. I wouldn't try anything tricky on defense. This quarterback's looking to make a play.
Cat 82.
Shakes off a tackle. Howell with a takedown. Virginia calls a timeout. It's 2nd down and 8 to go. Ball on the 18. Number 18 is the impact player, and he's feeling it right now. They'll run the option. He's hit and got away. Now he pitches it, and he's taken down. And the option to the halfback gets 6 yards.
On the play.
Third and 2 coming up here. Ball on the 24.
4-yard line.
Nickel defense. On the ground, up the middle. Makes a move. Wade brings him down. Virginia takes a timeout. First and 10. Ball on the 38-yard line. From the gun. They'll throw on first down. Down the middle. Oh, he missed an easy catch.
Whoa, not too many passes are gimmies like that one.
It's 2nd down and 10 to go. This is the 5th play of this drive. 5 wide. He drops back. He steps up, looks, throws back across field, and it's caught. They'll bring him down.
Nice decision by the quarterback.
Not only was it good decision-making, but the offensive line protected just long enough for him to find his target.
And when you combine the two, it'll be a first down 9 out of 10 times.
2-yard pickup.
On the carry. Gain of 2 on the play.
Virginia calls a timeout. It's 2nd down and 8. Ball right around midfield. This looks like their last shot to get it to the end zone. Back to pass. Steps up in the pocket. Under pressure. And he's drilled. As they head to the locker room, it's been a one-sided affair. The score, Virginia Tech 28, Virginia 7. Virginia got the ball to start the game, so they'll be kicking off to start the second half. And he got all of this one. Great kick. Royal fields it in the end zone. Time once again for this offense to come back out and start another drive. They'll take over at the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
The Hokies line up with 2 tight ends. Vic options out. He laterals the ball. He lost the ball. They'll drop him for a loss. They run the option, and it almost cost them.
You can't fumble the football like that. The coach is calling the option because he trusts his players to take care of the football. They are very, very fortunate to get that one back.
They sure are. That one had turnover written all over it.
The Hokies come out in the ace formation. Option to the right. Brings one. Pitches back. Here he goes. He spins around. Tackle. What a play.
Just a simple option play here. The quarterback gives it up and they get good yardage. Great play.
Boy, I tell you, this is impressive to see this offense when they're clicking.
First and 10. Ball on the 36.
36-yard line.
The Hokies line up with two tight ends. It's past the tackler. Carter tackles him for a loss on the play. Second and long coming up here. Ball on the 30. Nickel defense. Drops back to pass. Looking. Rolls right. Over the middle. Franklin picks it off. A well-timed interception there.
Well, they're still down by a couple of scores, but the turnover certainly helps their chances. If they score on this drive, they're right back in the game.
It's first and 10. Ball on the 36-yard line. Virginia goes with the ace set here. He's rolling left. Across the middle. Complete. And he's taken down.
I like the defense that was called. They just didn't make the play on the ball.
You're right. It wasn't necessarily bad defense. The offense just executed, and the result is a first down.
First and 10. Ball on the 15. Virginia comes to the line with three wide. They'll throw on first down. He's looking. He's hit and got away. And they got him for a loss.
Makes the tackle. No gain on the play.
It's second down and 10 to go. Ball on the 15-yard line. Virginia goes with the ace set here. There's the play fake. He tosses it short, and it's caught. Anderson with a takedown. They complete that play-action pass, good for 7 yards. Virginia comes out with an I formation. He breaks free. They're not done yet. This quarterback just knows how to find the end zone, Coach.
And I'll tell you what, he can find it through the air or he can use his wheels. That guy can run.
And he tacks on the extra point. Over 4 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. And the score, Virginia Tech 28, Virginia 14. kick this one off. And he got all of this one. Great kick. Royals fields it in the end zone. We'll have to see now how the offense responds this time after throwing a pick on their last drive. They'll get the ball here at the 19.
At the 19-yard line. First and 10.
The Hokies line up with 3 wide. And down he goes. He barely got it past the line of scrimmage that time.
1-yard gain on the play.
Second and 9. Ball on their own 20.
Ball on the 20-yard line.
Virginia Tech comes out in the shotgun. Handoff up the middle. Franklin brings him down. No gain.
The ball carrier. No gain on the play.
Now it's 3rd and 9 coming up. Ball on the 20-yard line. The Hokies come out in the ace formation. Back to pass. Steps up. Looks. He's under some heat. Wants to throw outside. That close to being intercepted. And that one probably should have been picked off.
Yeah, are you kidding me? There's a blanket around that receiver. Somebody else had to be open.
It's 4th down, and the punt team lines up. Schmidt punts it, and it's a good one. Williams takes it to 28, and he's hammered down. Thanks to some nice passing on the last drive, the offense was able to take it down the field for 6.
And great play calling to help make that an easy drive. The question is, can they do it again?
Drops back to pass. He steps up, looking, throws this one out to the left. The defense needed that one.
How about the move here by this cornerback? Great play that time, getting a hand on the football.
It's 2nd down and 10 to go. Ball on the 35-yard line. They line up in the shotgun. They snap it to the back. Here he goes. Wade with a takedown. And that was a nice run. Kirk, that was a great job by that big offensive line.
Yeah, it really was, Brad. And also, a nice read by the ball carrier to find that running lane.
When you break one like that, you got to give a lot of credit to the offensive line.
1st and 10. Ball on the 48. They'll work from the shotgun. He drops back. Wants to throw outside. And it's intercepted. And they come up with another turnover.
Yeah, the defense is playing very opportunistic out there today. That was their 3rd interception of the game.
They'll go to work at the 40.
Take over at the 40-yard line. 1st and 10.
Virginia Tech comes out with an I formation. Allen gets the ball. Richardson brings him down. 2-yard carry by the fullback. 2nd and 8 coming up here. Ball on their own 42. From the gun. No shake and bake move. He can scoot. He could go inside the 30 to the 10, and he will score. The quarterback's talents go way beyond throwing, fellas.
Well, that did more than just put 6 points on the board. It takes a lot of pressure off the offensive coordinator when the man under center can show that he's a dual threat.
And he hits the PAT. And now let's take a look at the drive summary brought to you by Pontiac. Hayes is lined up to kick this one off. He kicks it off, and he got all of that one. Johnson fields it in the end zone.
I'm sure the coach has talked to his team about not turning the ball over again in this possession.
They'll set up shop at the 19-yard line. Virginia comes out in the shotgun. Back to pass. Throws to the middle. And that one's fallen incomplete. Oh, he could have had a big reception that time, guys.
Just let that one get away from his vision just for a split second.
Second and 10. Ball on the 19-yard line. Number 18 lines up in the shotgun. Drops back to pass. Steps up in the pocket. Complete. Harris with a takedown. That's a 3-yard pickup.
3-yard gain on the play.
Third and 7 coming up here. Ball on the 22. Virginia in a 5-wide set. He drops back. He's looking. He's going left. Someone got a hand on him. So the defense gets him to go 3 and out.
Good job here defensively forcing this incomplete pass.
4th and 7.
The Cavs are lining up to punt it away. Gould gets it off. Number 20 fields it at the 39.
And now we'll see the offense come out onto the field for their next possession.
They'll start this drive at the 46-yard line. 2 tight end set.
1st and 10.
Blue 19.
They're going to pitch it. Brooks tackles him for a loss on the play.
Look at that. The blitz just threw off their blocking assignments, and that's why this running back is looking for his mouthpiece right now.
It's second down, 15 to go. Ball on the 41. Virginia Tech sets up in the eye. Here's a pitch left side. He spins. Morrow brings him down. The running back gets 2 on the carry.
Gain of 2 on the play.
3rd and 13 coming up. Ball on their own 43.
43-yard.
They'll work from the shotgun. Steps up. Looks. He's going left. Incomplete pass. He just put a little too much air under that one.
That's one of the reasons defenses like to blitz, not only to sack the quarterback, but also to force him into making bad throws.
The Hokies line up to punt. Schmidt punts it, and it's a good one. Williams calls for the fair catch. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback.
You guys remember what this offense did the last time they had the ball?
Did they have the ball before?
Exactly. It was 3 and out so fast they had to ask for slow-mo replay to recap it.
Virginia comes out with an I formation. On the ground, up the middle. He tries a stiff arm. They'll bring him down. The halfback runs for 4 yards.
Gain of 4 on the play.
Second and 6. Ball on the 24-yard line. From the gun. Another run. Bounces off the would-be tackler. Brought down. Couldn't get anything out of that.
No gain on the play.
Now it's 3rd and 6 coming up. Ball on their own 24. Virginia Tech lines up in a dime defense here. Throws it to the outside. Got it. And down he goes. And that'll bring this quarter to an end. Folks, we've played 3, and our score is Virginia Tech 35, Virginia 14. First and 10. Ball on the 38-yard line. A little misdirection. Tackle. And he just went over the 1,000-yard mark with that carry.
1,000 yards in a season is a great accomplishment, but I don't think he's quite done yet.
It's 2nd down and 9 to go. And this is the 5th play of the current drive.
391.
Sheds that one. He's into the open field. At the 40. He's all the way down to the 32-yard line. That was a huge lift.
Brad, you're right. A run like that can really get the momentum rolling.
First and 10, and this is the 6th play of the drive. Virginia sets up in the I. Here's the option, and now he pitches it. Hicks with a takedown. The running back gives them 6 yards on the ground.
6 on the play.
It's 2nd down and 4 to go. Ball on the 26-yard line. The Cavs come out in the ace formation. On the ground with the tailback. And he stopped behind the line.
They sent the blitz and drilled the running back before he could find any daylight.
The defense will try to stop this 3rd down as they were unsuccessful the first time on this drive. Virginia lines up in a shotgun set. Looking. He zips it out to the left. It's deflected. Big play by the defense.
That's why they call him a safety, because he's the last line of defense. Right there, he protected the end zone. What a play.
Virginia goes with the ace set here. Drops back to pass. Throws. And it's caught. There's a fumble. Picked up by the linebacker. Anderson brings him down.
Who fumbled the ball, Kirk? I didn't catch his number.
That was the tight end. He was carrying the ball. The next thing you know, it was out.
They'll get the ball here at the 39-yard line.
The drive at the 39-yard line. 1st and 10.
2 tight end set. Back to pass. Wants to throw outside. Got it to his receiver.
Number 19.
Way to look it in. Nice catch.
Sure was. He displayed some great hands there. Now we're looking at a 1st down.
First and 10. Ball on the 47.
47-yard line.
The Hokies line up with 3 wide. They'll throw on 1st down. Intercepted. Here he goes. Inside the 30, to the 20, and he's taken down. Not sure what the quarterback was looking at on that one.
Yeah, it cost him. He just threw his third pick of the game.
Fellas, you got to give credit to this defense. They're taking advantage of each and every mistake this quarterback is making.
The ball. No, they faked it. He's looking down the middle. My goodness, guys, that was a spectacular play by the wide receiver.
The coach has gone to great lengths to shepherd his receivers, and we've seen the results on the field.
And he tacks on the extra point. Over 5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. And the score is Virginia Tech 35, Virginia 21. Virginia lines up for the kickoff. Royal and number 20 set to return. Kicks it deep. Royal fields it in the end zone. A little juke.
This defense did a nice job last time around, forcing the interception.
And now you'll find out how much faith they got in this kid. Do they run the football or they let her rip?
They'll go to work at the 23.
At the 22-yard line. First and 10.
They line up in a double tight set. Drops back to pass. He's looking down the middle. Parham with a takedown. They get a good 7 yards on that one.
7-yard gain on the play.
2nd and 3 coming up. Ball on the 30-yard line. They line up in an I. There's a play fake. Throws it to the outside. He caught it, but failed to get that one necessary foot in.
That's an outstanding catch, and he just missed making a big-time play.
It's 3rd down and 3 to go. Ball on their own 30. Virginia Tech comes to the line, only one man in the backfield. Third and short, and they hand it off. Johnson brings him down. They get a yard on the play.
1-yard gain on the play.
They line up to punt this one away. It's off, and it is a dandy. Williams signals for a fair catch, and they make the fair catch at the 18. Time once again for this offense to come back out and start another drive. They'll take over at the 18-yard line. They'll throw on 1st down. He's looking, throws down the middle, and he's taken down.
Nice decision by the quarterback.
Not only was it good decision-making, but the offensive line protected just long enough for him to find his target.
And when you combine the two, it'll be a 1st down 9 out of 10 times.
It's 1st and 10, ball on the 32-yard line. Number 18 comes to the line with 3 wide. Throws short. It's tipped.
That ball should have been picked off.
This quarterback had too much faith in his arm that time.
Well, that confidence almost led to a change of possession. His man wasn't even close to being open.
2nd and 10, ball on their own 32.
32-yard line.
Number 18 with 3 wide receivers, and he's tackled. He may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Third down and 10 coming up. Ball on the 32.
32-yard line.
Number 18 is in the zone and looking to make a play. Over the middle, and they make the stop.
Good job of attacking the coverage to keep the drive alive.
That was a great-looking pass to move the sticks on third down.
Now's not the time for a blown coverage. This quarterback is in the zone. He got 3 yards there on the scramble.
3-yard gain on the play.
It's second down and 7 to go. Ball right around midfield. The impact corner is in the zone right now and looking to take away half the field. About 3 yards on the play fake.
3-yard gain on the play.
The defense will try to stop this third down as they were unsuccessful the first time on this drive. The Cavs go with the I formation. Back to pass. He keeps it. Juku, and he's taken down. And he picks up the first.
Not a design play, but good recognition by the quarterback here, scrambling for the first.
Ace backfield. He's going right. It's deflected.
I tell you what, Kirk, if that receiver doesn't get more aggressive, this defense is going to be knocking the balls down all game long.
You're absolutely right. That was a heads-up play by the corner, but it would have never happened if the receiver would have come back to the ball instead of waiting for it to fall into his lap.
They'll work from the shotgun. Drops back to pass. He steps up, looks, deep pass down the right side, and he's got it. Touchdown. And that's a second time today these guys have been able to hook up for the score.
Boy, he really looks comfortable in that end zone, doesn't he?
And he hits the PAT. And now we'll take a look at the Pontiac drive summary. Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. He hits a booming kick. Royal fields it in the end zone. He took it. So the offense takes over, and the last time they had the ball, they had a tough time getting anything going. They'll start this drive at the 16. Virginia Tech lines up in a shotgun set. And they got him for a loss. The quarterback draw not successful there.
Nope, and I'm going to tell you why. This defense was not fooled at all on that play.
It's second down and 11 to go. Ball on the 15-yard line. Virginia Tech comes to the line with 3 wide. They'll run the option. And there's a fumble. Martin recovers a loose ball. Kirk, what do they need to do to finish this game off?
At this stage in the fourth quarter, they have to do a better job of protecting the football. It's got to be priority number 1. But as we almost saw right there, anything can happen.
The defense calls a timeout, and that was their first timeout. Third down and 12. Ball on the 14. They'll bring in their dime package. He drops back, and they try to set up a screen, and they hit him in the backfield. Virginia takes a timeout. Virginia Tech lining up the punt. It's away, and it's a booming punt. Williams fields it at the 42.
Not a lot of trouble scoring the last time they had the ball. Let's see if that passing game does the trick again.
They'll get the ball here at the 46. Number 18 lines up with 5 wide out. Back to pass, steps up in the pocket. Lewis comes away with a sack.
Under relentless pressure, the quarterback goes down for the sack.
Those guys on defense are just pinning their ears back right now and coming in as fast as they can.
Well, in that case, the offense needs to sneak in a screen pass and ahead. Let him get behind the rush and then take off behind his blockers for 6.
Loss of 2 on the play.
3rd and 14. Ball on the 42.
42-yard line.
Keep an eye on that cornerback down there. He has big play potential. Got an opening. Brought down. The defense needs to be mistake-free. This quarterback is very capable of making them pay right now.
And that was a big stop defensively.
Yeah, they only needed a few yards here to keep the drive alive. Great job by the defense to shut them down.
They'll set up shop at the 44-yard line.
First and 10.
And this should be a kneel down as they just try to kill the clock. Virginia calls a timeout. Second and 12 coming up here. Ball on the 42-yard line. This is when the impact player at tight end can make plays. And he'll just kneel it here. It's 3rd down and 14 to go. Ball on the 40-yard line. Virginia Tech lines up in a goal line set. Fullback on the inside give. And down he goes. Solid play by the defense, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
That wasn't a bad game there, but getting first downs are way more important than your rushing average.
So this rivalry will have to wait another year to renew their acquaintances. Was this one any different than previous years?
They've talked about the rivalry all week long, and for good reason. We saw the intensity down on the field every play, and it showed us why these teams love to hate each other. It'll be interesting to see how this game carries over the next time they play.
So for Lee Corso and Kirk Herbstreit, this is Brad Nessler saying goodbye, everybody, and thanks for tuning in.